What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Elegant Podcast. I'm your host, Sammy, and I have a special guest on with us today. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Essa. I'm 20. I'm going to be 21 in 6 months.
Wait, 6 months?
Yeah, August.
Damn, that's a long time. Wait, I mean, not far. My birthday is June, so.
Oh.
June, July, August.
21 too?
Yeah, 21.
Okay. I'm from Italy, European, and I'm currently in college. I'm studying biology, and that's it. Introduction.
Yeah, so
Okay.
as you already know, this is a safe space, safe platform,
Mm-hmm.
and we talk about any and everything, but we try not to get canceled. We try not to say too much on this platform, but it's a safe space, like therapy session. So I ask questions, and you give me some answers, and then after a little minute, you guys ask me some questions, and then we wrap it up. So,
Okay.
With that being said, let's jump right into it. We start off very calm and nice. Mm-hmm. How was your day today?
My day was good. Started early.
Mm-hmm.
Quite stressful. I just had 2 classes, 2 exams in the same day, one after the other.
You just got here, you already taking exams?
Yeah.
What in the fuck?
Biology lab and sociology.
Jesus Christ. How was it though? It was like hard.
No, the biology one was actually cool. It was just 3 chapters.
She's saying this like that is not a lot of work to comprehend and do. Like, okay. So it's okay. It's 3 chapters.
I'm kind of a nerd, so science is nothing. I don't want to brag. That don't feel like a bragging.
You could brag.
Okay. I love science, so science is never a problem with me. But like humanistic subjects, that's how you say it. Yeah. Like sociology, I don't like sociology. It's just
it's boring.
Yeah, boring. I mean, it's not really boring. It's interesting, but not quite as chemistry and biology. So, but they went well. They went good.
Okay. And I wish I could say this about school. Yeah, I can't say it about school. I hate school, but me making it work. Like I always say. But moving on, though, say your day was good. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just start off. I'm gonna just ask
with questions.
Okay. You say you moved from Italy.
Yeah.
To New York City, America, right? So we're gonna start off with like over there. What was it like growing up over there?
Oh my God.
Background. Everything over there. What was it like?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna move on to comparing it to how it is over here.
So where I was born, we were the only Black family. Okay. It felt like I was back in the 40s.
Oh.
Because Italy, when I was a kid, Italy was not as diverse as it is now. Mm. So, like, my parents, they had to fight with their fingers, blood, sweat, everything to, like, get recognized into Italian society. And they built up a pretty good career. But, like, after almost 25 years that they live there, they still feel like they don't belong there because they don't really feel like they completely...
like fit in.
Yeah, exactly. And growing up, I was the only kid. Me and another kid, which I don't even know where he is right now.
What?
He disappeared after primary school. I think he moved somewhere else, maybe another country.
And we just don't reach out to you.
Yeah, I remember him because we were besties. There were only 2 Black kids in class, but then he moved. So when I was a kid, since early on, I had really bad experience with racism.
That's what I was going to ask. When you said they didn't really fit in or belong, was you trying to say like racism? Mm-hmm. What was that like, if you don't mind telling us about it?
No, I don't mind. It was... So there's 2 types of racist Italian. There's the one who just does not tolerate you. And there's the one who tries not to be racist, but still comes off as racist. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's worse. Like, if you got to be racist, just be racist. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Yeah, exactly. So I had, like, my first core memory of racism was kids in my class in school who were not allowed to play with me because the parents would tell them, do not play with the Black girl in your class. Crazy. Mind you, I was born in 2004. This was like 2010. We're not talking about the 60s, the 50s. We're talking about 2010.
Recent.
Exactly.
What?
It was crazy. Like,
Nah, telling your kids not to play with the
yeah,
black.
that's why I always say it's never the kids, it's always the parents. Because I also had good friends. I have one of my dearest, closest friends. We've been friends since I was like, what, 3? And we're still friends now. Like, her parents treat me like I'm their own daughter. So it's 3 type of Italians.
Wow.
Racist one, closest racist, and the cool ones. But yeah, then as I was growing up, it was both more bad and better. I don't know how to put this.
Like a balance.
Yeah, less racism, but when I experienced racism, it was worse.
Can I just say this? When you telling me this now, I'm thinking over here, we experience some sort of level of racism, but that is intense. That's crazy. Like,
it's intense.
I'm thinking American racism is bad. It is bad.
It is bad
compared to like, I'm already knowing like over there, like being black is just, it seems like a sin. Like you're
exactly.
Like it's a terrible.
You want to know what's funny?
What?
Like the soccer teams, full of black people. Like when it comes to sport, we are accepted. Yeah, we're accepted, but in society, yeah, exactly. Oh, when they have like a game and the black player does not do something like makes a mistake. The insult, exactly.
That's crazy.
Like mimicking the monkey sounds.
I've seen a lot of videos when it comes to like soccer and like kids doing that.
Yeah, it's bad. Like in middle school, the second core memory of racism I had, I was just walking to class, minding my business, my black business, and there's 3 kids behind me. They started like calling me the N-word, and they would do "Ooh, ooh, ooh." So I did not even know who these kids were. Okay,
they just randomly did that.
They followed me to class. And I entered class. I started crying. So my professor saw I was crying. And I love that woman. I hope she's doing good. She they got suspended. Not because I was complaining, because she complained.
She complained.
Yeah, she went to the, how y'all call it?
The principal?
The principal. Yeah. They got suspended for 3 weeks.
Wow.
And my father was so mad. He wanted to sue the school and sue the parents. But
it would have been a long process.
Yeah, they got into an agreement and they just got suspended.
Wow.
This plus, it was just a lot. Like it was 2 sides. People who loved me and people who would not even look my way. You feel me? But I feel like it's like that almost everywhere with black people. Just not as intense as in Europe.
Yeah. I feel like black people are just looked at as like this thing that, they're cool. But like it's so crazy when I look at it. Exactly. And it's just disgusting, but it's part of life. You just got to live through it.
Yeah. In high school, I got boys telling I was a pretty girl, but they would never date me because I'm black.
That's so, you strong. That would have broke a lot of people.
When you grow up in a racist environment, it just kind of, after a while, it just kind of like...
You just bounce off.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, this is no news. Just use something new, because that does not touch me anymore.
Looking at that, I don't think I survive in a European country.
Hey, you gotta have a lot of anger management.
Okay.
Really patient, because some of them, they don't even do it on purpose. It's just ignorance. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like we grew up like Nigerians. We grew up with Nigerian parents. What do Nigerian parents? What's the first thing they teach you? You gotta succeed. Like they're heavy on succeeding.
You gotta work hard and make it.
So Nigerians are workaholic, basically. I don't know. In Italy, what they aspire to, family. So their main focus is family.
Yeah.
What again? I don't have any other examples. Maybe France. Same thing as Italians. In Africa, I think in Africa is being successful.
You gotta work hard.
Yeah, so if you grow up with racist parents, what they gonna teach you?
Just work hard. Just
racist parents.
Oh shit. If you go up with racist, they're gonna teach you how to be racist.
Exactly, they're gonna teach you how to be racist. Like children are sponges, okay?
It starts from home, parenting.
They absorb everything from the
information.
Parents.
What their parents are saying to their neighbors, what they saying on the phone. That's what the kids grow up and hold on to. That's crazy. Also, there is 2 types of kids: the one who actually absorb what the parents teach them, and the ones who get sense and realize, okay, what my father, my mother are on. That's not right.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Supposed to say that. I'm not supposed to use it. True.
I had a friend. Her father was a fascist. Okay.
What that is?
You know Nazis? The Nazi?
Oh, like
Fascists are the Italian Nazis. Okay.
Right.
He had the sculpture of the Italian dictator Mussolini, who was friends with Hitler, in her house. But still, she was friend with me. She was cool with me. I never stepped foot in that house because I was scared.
But you don't know what they'll do
exactly. To you. But she was cool. Her dad was not, but she was cool. So it's not. It's all of the parents, but the kids don't always come up as the parents. So that's it.
That's crazy. Speaking of school, right? What is the education system like over there? What's the structure of it?
Really stressful.
When you say stressful, like
once you get to high school, the suicide rates go up, skyrocket.
School's that bad that people just.
It's not. It does not happen that often, but it's really competitive. So
you got to be at the top of your class.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. If you don't have like a certain grade, you don't pay much attention. Like you don't get in the grades of your professors. You are seen as someone who will not succeed. Basically. And
so you already have a huge target in your back.
Exactly. And it's worse when you get to university. Because in universities in Italy, the power is...
It's a power dynamic stuff.
Yeah. The professors hold the power. They have full power. If they don't want you to pass the course, you're not passing it. You're not passing it. I had, like, my friend right now, she's also studying biology. She had to give her physics exam 7 times before the professor. And the professor did not even give her, like, a good mark. She gave, like, the marks go from 18 to 30. He gave her 19.
And what was the passing grade?
18.
18. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's a lot of hell to, like, a lot of things you got to do to, like...
Mm-hmm. The education system is good. It's just really competitive. Like, I have a really good preparation for college. Like, in class, there's so many things I already know that my other classmates don't understand. And I'm just like, wait, this is common sense. But then I realized I was not educated in the U.S., so the approach is different.
That was my next question I was going to ask. Now that you go to school here in New York, right? Mm-hmm. Compared to how it was in Italy with the education system, what is a huge difference that you've noticed about the school? Like, something you've noticed, like, damn, what the hell?
First one is common sense. Okay.
A lot of people don't have that, right?
They don't have that. And
yes, finally somebody said it.
I feel bad saying it, but it's just certain things. You just use your brain to understand it. It's like, I realized Italian education system is heavy on training you to use your common sense to understand stuff. Yeah. But in America, it's like they just throw the information at you and you got to memorize everything.
And they say this about school in America. You go to school to become a worker, to work for somebody. You're not going to school here to
learn,
to become something for yourself or use your own common sense to, make something, to be creative.
They literally making you up for a 9 to 5. They
just throwing you information, and it sucks. But you got to be smart to know how to use that and get out of that trap and that race.
Absolutely.
Because school, that's why I said I don't like school. When I was in Nigeria, like, even though we used to get beat to learn, and you know what I would say this? I say this about that. I really appreciated that because it made me disciplined. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've said this before, I'm gonna say it again. Ever since I got to America, I never studied for an exam. I never read a book to study anything. I'm in my year 3 of college, and I'm still passing. I don't study. I just go to class and come back home, take my exams.
Literally, I spent the last 3 days sleeping late because I was trying to study everything in a good way. I get to the exam, it's 10 nonsense questions.
It's never going to be what you learn about. It's just some other bullshit.
It's just like definitions and 2 + 2 is 4.
Right.
Come on. Where's the problems?
It's going to be so easy for you, like the school and stuff, especially from where you came from. No, it's going to be easy. It's just they just make school there complicated for no reason. But, like you said, back to what you said about common sense, a lot of people don't know how to use their common sense. And it sucks. I hate to be that guy to say, you people are very slow. But
I feel impatient sometimes. Yeah. Like, come on, synopsis. But, yeah. It's not Americans' fault.
All right, but let's backtrack a little bit to upbringing, right? So You're Nigerian,
Mm-hmm.
right? Was you born and raised there, or you was born and raised in Italy?
I was born and raised in Italy, but my parents did something. When I was born, they did not teach me anything about Italy, not Italian. They taught me English. I was basically like, I thought I was in Nigeria, but in Italy. You feel me?
No.
So when I started kindergarten, I got used to the Italian culture and I learned Italian from the other kids.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my father says that my kindergarten teacher, she was confused because
Wow.
my parents told her like, oh yeah, she was born in Italy. She was born in Milan. And then I started school, I could not speak Italian. So she was like, wait, hold on. What happened?
What's going on? Yeah.
Exactly. So my parents had to explain to her like we decided to train her with our culture in the Nigerian way. And then
now
once
she
I
can
started
learn that.
school, yeah.
That's
And
good.
that helped me a lot because I was more disciplined than the other kids.
Right.
It was just different, yeah.
But would you say like the question just skipped my head? I got everything there. The question I asked was, yo, you grew up in Italy.
Mhm.
Okay. Have you ever been back home? Okay, no. When you was a kid, did you ever go back home? Did your parents ever take you back?
Yeah.
And what was the longest you stayed for?
Ooh, oh my God. I was going every year during summer with my mom, sometimes both with my parents.
Yeah.
And we would stay for the whole 3 months of summer.
That's
I
good.
would celebrate my birthday over there and come back a week before I would start school.
That's good.
So it was always kind of confusing for me growing up because in those 3 months, I would get used to Nigeria.
Right. I was going to ask that. Like,
Yeah, completely forget about my Italian side. So when I would be back in Italy, like one time I went to go boil water. I forgot like we can actually have water from the I went to go boil water. I was asking my mom, "Can you get gala for me, please?" Mama was like, "We don't, baby, we don't have that over." Yeah,
oh my God.
That's gone next year. So yeah, but it was fun because I got to spend a lot of time with my family back home.
And then you also get to get used to the culture.
Exactly. So I have a lot of memories of Nigeria. I'm not like the Nigerian who does not know anything about Nigeria. You feel me?
Okay. A lot of Nigerians, they don't know nothing about the culture.
Yeah.
Which, how do you feel about that? The people that don't know much about their culture.
That's not their fault. I mean, they could work on it. Once you grow up, you can actually like embrace your culture, learn more about it. But if you grow up with parents who do not prioritize that, it's not really your fault. Like me, I cannot speak my native languages, but it's just because my parents did not put the importance of teaching me. So like now that I'm grown, sometimes I go do some research, see if I can learn something. Like I can understand it, I just cannot speak it.
I mean, as long as you can understand it, I feel like that's
already
a good thing.
step. Yeah.
Because a lot of people they don't even know it. They don't even know what
like,
the culture is about. Like, huh?
But I envy so much the ones of our generation who can speak the language fluently. Like that is they keeping the language alive.
Right, because you get distracted easily over here that you forget about home.
Exactly.
Which I'm not saying if you don't like home, you don't remember it, cool. But it's always okay and good to be culturally like well cultured and know where you're from, know your roots.
And it's so beautiful to have two cultures together, like African Americans, the African ones, like being both American and Nigerian. I think it's so cool because on the side you have the African American culture, on the other side you have the African culture. So it's cool for me. For example, me, I have my Italian culture, I have my Nigerian culture. I don't feel special because it's a lot of Nigerian Italians, but still, like, it's a great combo.
It is. So. Yo, you know what they say about Nigerians? We Nigerians are like so culturally, like you could see a Japanese Nigerian.
They everywhere.
You could see a Korean Nigerian. Like, it's just everywhere and around the world. Like, I feel like, and that's the good thing about Nigeria.
Yeah,
like,
we don't have limits. We just be going everywhere.
Yeah. That's a good thing though.
Yeah, Nigerians, as long as there's an opportunity, they go
for it.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my next question I have for you, right? You spoke about, Nigeria, Italy, and everything. When you finish school, when you finish your career, when everything is good, where would you want to stay and live, like, and just settle down at? Which country, why, and what is the reason you want to do so?
So my dream is to become a doctor, and I'm not going to be staying in one place.
So you want to be a
I'm gonna be traveling. Like my main focus right now is becoming a doctor. Once I become a doctor, I would like to like travel to country to country.
to like work.
Exactly, to work, make experience, and a lot of voluntary work. Voluntary, okay. A lot of exactly help people. That is my dream. That's my goal. Especially like poor countries. I hear a lot of people saying this, like I want to go to poor countries to help, but I am so focused on that because everything I think about is I have the privilege to live in a country that can keep me alive. I have the privilege to go to the hospital and get treated. I have the privilege to like, if my heart fails right now, I can just, they're going to take care of me. You have so many kids, so many young people dying because
they don't have access to that.
They don't even have IV in their hospitals, which is crazy to me. And as time is going, like healthcare is getting more of a financial issue. Like,
it's been a financial issue. It's becoming worse and worse.
Like, I think it's morally so wrong for you to benefit off healthcare because I'm not asking to be sick.
That's a very great topic that you brought up because America over here, they have a funny way
of getting scammed.
Benefiting off health insurance of people. And it's so funny to me because what's the point? I get it. America is a business country. So everything that's... You got to profit off everything. Yep, you got to make money off everything. Even like, it's so bad to the point like you step outside right now, you get something, you paying taxes for it.
I paid my phone bill. Taxes. I had to pay taxes because I'm paying my phone bill. Yeah. What?
You go to the store, you get a bottle of what? You get this? Taxes. Paying taxes.
The prices I be seeing is not the actual prices.
Oh yeah. What? You think this is $2 right? And then you pay $2.50 for it. Why? Taxes. It's so bad, but it's just like that's American. That's just what America is.
So many taxes and y'all still paying healthcare. Oh my God.
Oh, that's for the government to figure out what the fuck.
Where's the money going? Where y'all doing with the money? Sleepovers.
That's a great question. Nah, but to backtrack a little bit, you say you wanted to, become a doctor and travel over places and help people and stuff like that, right? How would that play a role into your personal life, relationship life, family? Because I would know you want to be a family person, right? How would you... I mean, once you have money, it doesn't fucking matter. You could deadass have your kids, move them around the world with you.
Let's hope so.
But how do you think that would play a role in your life? Being that you're a doctor traveling around the world, family, how would that play a role?
So I won't be traveling throughout my whole life. At some point, I will have to settle because my second dream is to become a mother. I'm an only child. I grew up by myself. I don't know what it feels like to have a big family. It was always me, my mom, and my dad, and they worked a lot. So as far as long as I can remember, I've always been on my own. So I envy so much people who have like big families, siblings. Yeah. I hate when people tell me, "Oh, you're so lucky to be an only child." No, I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. Because like 30 years time, no, let me say 50 years time, maybe your parents will not be here anymore. Right. You still gonna have a piece of your family with you. I'm gonna be by myself. The only Obafrico standing, like no other Obafrico around me.
Oh my God! Let me ask you this. Your last name. Yeah. Would you have to change it when you get married?
I think I'm gonna...
would you keep it?
I will keep it. Just
you gotta keep it.
I gotta keep it because my parents, my dad, he is an orphan and he also lost all of his siblings. Oh, so there's no other Obafrico around.
Now you gotta keep that.
It's just me and my 3 cousins. They're boys, so they're gonna pass down the surname. But I still gotta keep it for my dad. So when I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna take my husband's surname and also
keep yours.
Yeah, gotta pass it down by force.
But okay, you didn't finish talking about the family part. Like when you say you want to settle down and stuff, right? How would you? Okay, because the way I'm thinking about it is like, okay, you're traveling over the world. Like, what age do you want to settle down? Like, is there a specific time frame on it?
There's not a specific time. I think the moment I will actually feel accomplished, be like, okay, I fulfilled what I needed to do. I can actually like, okay, pause, focus on myself, and build my own personal life. Okay. I feel like a lot of people say, okay, think about yourself first. But as my dream is to help others, I feel like I gotta first off get my dream out of my head. You feel me? Or I'm gonna be in fight or flight mode for the rest of my life. So I gotta accomplish that, and then I can think about, okay, Essa, you can find a husband, you can have kids, I could get married even while I'm still traveling.
I was just about to say that.
Like,
don't you feel like you could do both?
Exactly.
Behind the process, like.
But for the kids, I don't want my kids to be bouncing.
I feel like it's a great cultural experience.
It's a great cultural experience.
If you have the money, I think it would be a great cultural experience for them. They could learn different cultures, languages, and it will be great and different school experiences. But it could be very traumatic in a way too.
It could be very traumatic indeed. But I feel like I cannot fully speak on this. Maybe if the time comes,
you let time tell.
Exactly.
Yeah, for real.
Because what you said is true. It could be cool, like get married, have kids, and travel all over the world with my kids. But I don't know. We'll see in the next episode.
All right, let me ask you this. 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
Into med school. A little bit more independent. Still focusing on my dream, honestly. Okay. If you ask me like 10 years from now, I would tell you probably married. I hope so. Fully independent and just focusing on my life.
Okay. That's a great answer. All right. Let's move on to dating and relationship, right? What is it like over there in Italy before you came over here?
Now it's cool, but while I was growing up, yeah.
Well, you had bad experiences?
Very bad experiences.
Right, let's hear one of it. Let's just tell us one of it.
I had this guy, white dude, I liked in high school. Y'all want to know what he said? You want to know what he said?
He called you the N-word?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, no.
I'm thinking that's what
No, what happened was he knew I liked him. I did not tell him I like him, but you could understand. I was always waving at him.
Yeah.
We spoke a couple times. It was friendly to me. Like, it was not like it was, making a face or disgusted. Yeah. It was cool. But he was in the basketball team with another of my friends, some of my friends. One of these friends is really close to me, so we used to speak every day. And he said he heard him telling the other basketball kids, oh, there's this girl who's running after me in school, but I don't like her because she's black.
What the fuck be wrong? Yo.
I don't like her because she's black. And a couple days after that happened, he started like avoiding me. I was hurt, but again, I grew up in a racist society, so I kind of understood immediately, like, okay, I'm going to just leave you alone because I'm not going to embarrass myself.
Yeah.
But when I got out of high school, I don't know what happened. I started getting more attention from white guys.
It's like times have changed, like
out of nowhere though. It was not like progressively getting better out of nowhere. So
I feel like they started to see the reality of it, like, oh shit.
Exactly.
I was just being an asswipe when I was a kid. And
I was just stupid and immature.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, last person I was speaking to, I had like a situationship with.
Yeah.
It was a white guy. We're not talking right now. We're not on bad terms, but we're not talking because I'm over here, he's over there, so there's no need. And like with the mindset I have now, I know I shouldn't, but I always get surprised to like have imposter syndrome. Like, wait, I'm not used to this. Like you actually, which is crazy, right? Like you actually like me. That is.
Oh, wow.
Is this a prank?
So it's like, damn, y'all used to call me these words. I used to say I don't like this black girl. Now, all of a sudden.
The guys who were bullying me in middle school are liking my stories, my pictures.
So it's like, damn. It's okay. I'm gonna give you the same analogy over in America when we first got here, right? Not only me, I speak for the Africans, right? They used to call us African booty scratcher, right?
Yeah.
For some reason,
I heard that.
They used to call us that, but now it's like, oh, he's African, he's dark skinned, he's Nigerian. I like my dark skin.
Oh, I want a Nigerian.
Right? So now it's like, now we look at it as like, oh, y'all was just shitting on, y'all was just calling us all these words. Now, y'all all of a sudden. So I feel like it's kind of similar to what you're saying.
And it's crazy because other black people doing that to y'all, right?
Right.
Like your ancestors do not come from my country. Like what you talking about? You also Nigerian and you don't know.
It was so crazy, but now it's like everybody's like, oh, I can't believe you look like this. I can't believe you've changed. I can't believe you this. And it's like, it's like.
It went from people laughing when you tell them you're Nigerian to them doing like, oh my God,
I want to be friends with you. Oh my God, you guys are so cool.
Come on now, make it make sense.
For real. Let me see.
But yeah. Dating Italian men are actually really good.
I was just about to say that. I would hope they're amazing.
They are amazing. It's just some of them have a fucked up mindset. So
When you say fucked up mindset, what does that mean?
that they're racist. Openly racist.
Yo, it just never ends.
Yeah, it just never ends. That's why I say you have two polars. You have the good ones, the bad ones. No in between.
I'm gonna open up the floor. What are some questions you have, right?
Some questions I have.
Yeah.
I genuinely, this is so nonsense of a question, but what goes on in the mind of an American person? Like, you wake up every day, what are the things you think about?
Okay.
How does your brain work?
That's a great question, right? And I would just say I'm not American. I'm African, right? But I get the question. What goes on? I could tell you what goes on in the mind of an average American person.
Okay.
Wake up at like maybe 3 p.m. in the afternoon. You know, go to the store with your EBT card. It's a benefit card where the government funding give you money.
Okay.
You get a nice little meal. Come back home, put your game on, put your headset on, play the game till like nighttime, go to sleep, wake up and repeat. Because you don't got to worry about nothing.
Okay.
But if you're asking me, what goes on in my mind?
What goes on inside the mind of an American person who don't have everything done for them?
Work hard. That's it.
That's what I thought. Like,
that's it.
You wake up and you be like, I got to make my money.
Yep. Like, I got to make a way. I got to figure out some shit. Mm-hmm. I just got to, that's really it, to be honest. I could give much more information, but I just wake up and say, I got to go get it. I got to take care of my peoples. I got to, do what is best for my future. Mm-hmm. And I just go get it, to be honest.
Yeah. Because I always think about this, but, I could never sit down and ask an American this question. Like, what are your thoughts throughout the day? What do they consist of?
Yeah, I mean, different people will give you different answers.
Yeah, of course.
But to be honest, I try not to overthink anything other than just get up today and focus on today and do what you have to do today.
Yeah.
I don't worry about what happened yesterday, and I don't worry about tomorrow. I just worry about right now, right here where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can put it. That's what goes on in my mind.
Mm-hmm. And I think that develops from, having to take on responsibilities and figuring out stuff. Because for me, I wake up, first thing I think of is, what I got to study today? Which is sad. Like, I say, okay, thank you, God, for waking me up. What I got to study today? Then I'm a person who lives inside their head. Like, you will not catch me if I have a problem, I know the problem is there, needs to be solved, but you will not catch me stressing too much over it. Yeah. I see like that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Because Americans, they stress over the problem until it's done. I will stress about it once, find a solution, and then that's it. Like, I'm not allowing you to control my emotions.
You know what it is? It's not like they're stressing. They just play victim. American has become a country where you can victimize anything. Not saying I'm not saying people don't go through stuff, but it's just this weak mentality, this weak mindset that a lot of people have. Like, if somebody was to rob me outside right now, I become a victim to that. Now I'm traumatized, which happens. You could get traumatized. Yeah. But now that's my whole personality now.
I got robbed.
Oh, I got robbed. I'm scared of people. I don't want to go outside. Yeah. Which I fall victim to this. So, like, when I grew up in a very dangerous neighborhood, like when I first moved there. So now that I'm getting older, when my friends from my old neighborhood tell me to come over there, I'll be like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to go over there. Trauma, and I'm playing victim. The whole time I have no enemies over there, just like the trauma that I went through. It, yeah. And I just don't want to go back over there. Bitch, I had this conversation with my friend yesterday. He was like, yo, bro, it's just your mindset. You got to just get out your head and stop telling yourself, oh, when I go over there, somebody's going to try to do this or that. Nobody's going to hurt you.
Yeah, but if you can avoid the problem.
That's what I'm saying. Why put myself back in a predicament that left me traumatized?
Yeah, I get it.
If I could just walk away from it.
I get it. Life is tough. Put a helmet on. So.
No, you put a helmet on, you still getting beat by like you still getting hit with a bat.
Your head is not getting crashed.
Your head is not getting crashed, exactly. Right? To be honest, you got another one.
Well, you're not American, but you live in America. You're used to the American lifestyle. Mm-hmm. If there is one thing you could drastically change about the society, what would it be?
If there's one thing I could change about this society, what would it
Like
be?
one singular thing that you think is gonna make everything else better.
Oh, put all the fathers back in the homes. A lot of kids grow up without a father. I say this because I'm one of them. Not saying I don't have a father in my life. I
It's not
do.
present.
But physically, right now, a father is not present in my life. But I've been able to read and understand and figure out how to maneuver around life without having a father figure. And I've seen,
like the
little curse and the cycle. I've seen how it affects people because I've been in a predicament. I was like, damn, if my dad was around, what am I stressing about this for?
As a woman, I noticed this. Like, we want to also talk about daddy issues. We take it too lightly. Like, if you was a woman, right?
Mhm.
Okay. If you was a woman, like me, I grew up with a very present father.
Yeah.
My dad is my best friend. And I can see the differences between someone who had a loving father, someone who had a father that was not there, and someone who grew up completely. You can just tell.
You could tell.
The behavior, their priorities, the way they seek attention. You can just tell. And it's not even something you need to shame that person for because
it's not
psychology. It's not their fault. Yeah.
But it's just part of life, but you got to figure out. And another thing I'd like to tell people, don't always make yourself a victim to your problem, to your situation. And don't limit yourself based upon your situation.
By doing that, you're allowing the problems to control you.
You're right, because now you let your problems control you. Now you become a person that, you just become a vessel of a person that just don't know what the fuck.
Exactly.
You lose yourself in the process.
It's
you don't know who you are.
You waited for a problem to occur for you to like have an excuse not to do it.
Right. And this sucks because I see this happening to people and something happened to them. Oh my God, this happened.
Yeah.
Stop victimizing yourself and find a solution. You know what I'm saying? Not saying don't feel what you go through. Feel it.
Yeah, you have all the right to feel the emotions, but
gotta keep it pushing. Nice life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, that's one thing I would change for a fact.
Yeah.
Put the fathers back. But then again, this goes back to the conversation we had off camera about how the society structure for Black community has been built up. It will never...
Priorities, morals, all over the place.
The fathers will never be around in kids' life. But that's why when I have
I think it's because it's so normalized in the Black community, like especially the American Black community.
Yeah.
You see a father not acting like a father, you just like, this is what happens. It's not supposed to be
It's not supposed to be like that. Like the family structure is so cooked and fucked up to the point where it's like, it's bad. Like,
I'm not judging. But
I'm judging. I'm judging because I'm here and I hate
it. So all the ladies who keep, like, if you have one kid outside of marriage, it can happen. But you keep popping kids without a ring on your finger? What you doing for yourself? Come on.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
He cannot commit to marrying you, but you can commit to risking 9 months of your life multiple times.
Multiple babies for.
So carry multiple babies for someone who don't even want you as a wife. Come on.
Would you say social media is ruining everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got cheated on because of social media last time. Yeah, definitely. And you know why? Because we're getting so used to seeing options.
Normalized, yeah. And oh my God. Yes. You
see, one thing about I'm a really emotional person. Like, I'm driven by my emotions, not by logic, which is kind of bad, but I still love it because...
You know why it's not a bad thing? It's a normal thing in woman nature. Like,
to be more
based off emotion, not logic. Men go based off logic, but it could go hand in hand. Like, there could be some women that could go based off logic too. You know what I'm saying? That's regular shit.
Absolutely. And it's just like, for me, if I like someone, the moment I like this person, I don't care. Like, for me, that person is the best person I can get. Like,
nothing
you
else
are
that comes around is gonna matter. Just that
you can
person.
have the most handsome, the richest man come around. I don't care because that is my person. Why? Because in my head, every person is unique. If I lose you, I will not find you in anyone else. Men do not always think like that. Right, they think, 100%. Okay, I got this. She cool, but this could be better. Yeah, exactly.
I said this before in the podcast. Like, the way guys think is like, oh yeah, I got this one. She's cool. She look good. She's amazing.
There's always a better option.
Always a better one. And that's the fucked up thing about men. Like, that's how we think.
You might get a better one, but...
It's a dog word for men. Like, you might be with this one today, tomorrow you with that one, with that one. It's so bad.
So easy to like focus your emotions on another person, which makes me doubt sometimes. Like, is what you're feeling actually real?
It's not.
Because how is it so easy
for people to just
one person to the other? Like,
but just because kids are growing up these days in a very cooked home. This is back to family structure. America over here, they grow up in a
It
place
all
where
comes from the home.
parents is not teaching them things they're supposed to know early on. So they go out seeking it and they become lost. So they feel like they got to keep finding, seeking, and searching until
And
they find that one piece that
they mimic other people's behavior, especially young boys.
And you know what they say? Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, that is so true.
So it's like, if you hurt me once, I'm gonna go find another one.
I'm gonna hurt that person.
And then just the cycle
And
continues.
it's not always, something you do intentionally. You might be. That's why they say when you get hurt, distance yourself. Make sure you elaborate your emotions. Make sure you heal from it, because you could be hurt. The right person comes around, because you're hurt.
You're not gonna want to.
You're gonna mishandle the blessing. So you're gonna hurt that person. Now the good guy you got is gone. Good guy turns into bad guy.
And then now just like the cycle continues again. It sucks. Ah man, this country's cooked. I don't want to.
I feel like the whole world is getting cooked right now, especially when it comes to relationships.
I feel like they just mimicking that. Everybody want to follow fucking American shit. Why? This country is bad. I mean, from what I've seen, a lot, especially the Nigerians, why y'all copying us?
They idolize America.
There's nothing cool about this
Nigerians
place.
idolize America.
It's like Americans just so rich and
American.
Like,
he's a regular. Matter of fact, I think he has it worse than you. So many things you got to think about.
Man, it's crazy. All right, but let's say one more question or two more questions you got for me.
I'm not really someone who questions. I like to listen. And while I listen, I will analyze. And then, but all my questions are like, as I said, I'm a really emotional person. So I like to focus on how people feel in their lives. So that's why I asked you, like, what goes on in the head of an American daily? Or like, okay, Americans' approach to, relationships. We already saw that is really messed up.
Yes, it's bad.
Why are Americans so scared to actually put their emotions on front line?
Because why would you make yourself vulnerable just for people to laugh at you? Just for you to be joked about.
You see, that's something
it's bad.
I don't agree with, because you're not living if you don't take the risk to be vulnerable and actually give life to your emotions.
I mean, I'm learning that now, but based on past experience, it's so cooked. Like, it's always about everything. It's so fucked up. Like, I've seen women go on social media or go to people, tell people, and people use what you tell them against you. Imagine you telling your best of friend, like, oh my God, this person did this. This is how I feel. And then 2 months later, you find out they using that shit to laugh about you in a group chat.
Everybody knows.
And everybody knows now. And it's like, damn, I trusted you with that information. So I feel like that's why people don't like to be true to their emotions and just hide it. And it sucks.
Just the whole nonchalant act.
Oh, man.
I feel like that was intoxicating.
It is. That's what's killing me.
Yeah, because you bottle up. You brush it under the rug.
Yeah.
You don't speak to anyone about it. And one day you're just going to explode.
I was just about to say that. Like, one day just...
crash out. Exactly. Crash out.
You just crash out, and now it's like, that's the end of the world. Because now you're crashing out. You're hurting people. You're doing all types of shit. Like, it's bad. But it's a learning process, to be honest, though.
Yeah,
I'm learning to just embrace your emotions. If somebody hurts you, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to tell somebody how you feel. It's okay to express how you feel no matter
You're a human being, out of the robot.
Right. They might laugh at you. They might screenshot you.
Even if they laugh and screenshot. What? Yeah, the screenshot. I'm going to say it again. Like, I don't care.
Like, this happened to me. I remember
Really?
I texted a girl. I'm like, hey, can I get your contact information so we could speak about some stuff, right? Screenshot got sent to... And it's so funny because... It's funny because when people do that, it comes back around, right?
But even if, like... She's actually the loser for doing that, because you was 100%. Just approaching her.
Like,
and she laughed at you because you approached her. It shows insecurity and immature.
People, but they look at it differently.
Because they don't.
I like the honesty because...
They don't.
And this was the conversation I was having today on the podcast. It was saying, like, why don't men approach women, or why don't guys trying to speak to women anymore, trying to express themselves.
Because they would get literally bullied.
Because why would I do that? Put myself through that when somebody will use that and laugh in my face, rejection is cool, but they will use that shit. They would just use it, drag you around the floor,
literally make you become a meme.
Like, why would I put myself through that when I could just?
I get it.
Sit back and just not.
Honestly,
like what?
How I grew up, I don't care if someone laughs at me. If I want to do it, I will do it.
100%.
You want to laugh at me? We're gonna laugh together. Matter of fact, I'm gonna laugh with you. Yeah, because it's actually funny, but I don't care. Like, I'm living. You find it cringe. I'm actually living, and you're sad and miserable. Right. So I don't care.
It's always fun to me because I tell people like, yo, bro, don't try to do what other people are doing just because you think it's cool. Mm-hmm. Be yourself. Like,
be yourself.
Be yourself. Just know people are miserable. People are very miserable in this country, and that's why. Not to be miserable, I do things to keep myself out the mix, out the loop, and be different. For example, I go to the gym, I do my podcast. You wouldn't really see a lot of niggas my age doing what I'm doing. I am
so proud of you for doing that because it's always, when you got to start from scratch, they get ashamed, they get embarrassed.
Like, people, and I noticed something, right? People like, oh, why would I post on the internet when nobody's going to support me, nobody's going to like my video?
Isn't that
Who cares?
Like,
don't you start from something?
Kyson that did? Out of nowhere, became famous, so.
It's a process. And it's a process. And you know what it is? People looking for a fast pace thing to blow up to make it. Exactly. But they don't realize it's a long process.
It does not work like that. All the big influencers y'all be seeing, they were posting and getting what, 2 3 likes?
Probably on less than 50 views on 100
Exactly.
views.
And then slowly. You see influencers, they've been posting since what, 2020, 2015?
Like you see an old post and you be like 5 years ago, 7 years ago. Now they're getting 1 million likes, 1 million views. It's a process, but people are scared of that. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, I have this cool social media aura, right? So I don't want to fuck it up by posting content. Who gives a shit? Who cares?
Who cares? It's social media.
Social media is not real. It's fake reality, but it's real in a way. Like,
what you see on social media is what the person allows you to see.
Like,
what you see on there is not their true life.
I'm saying, but
just a small fraction.
But people are just so miserable that they're dumb, like you said. People are dumb.
I'm the prime example. If you look at my IG, you will not guess I'm like this in real life. Like, people always tell me, like, from my IG I look bougie and just unapproachable.
It does.
I know.
But it's just like you just living your life and you posting what you post.
It's the type of it's
perception.
I don't want to look bougie. I don't want people to perceive me like that. But the aesthetic I give off on social media is the aesthetic that I like for myself.
Mm-hmm. But, it's like I said, perception. People will look at that and just run with a whole idea. And then when they try to speak to you, they would already have this whole idea of who you are in their head. The whole time you were completely different.
You have a whole different personality. And then comes the, oh, you're so different from what I thought.
Right.
Because you're basing my existence on
off your social media.
Exactly.
And they're going based off what you wanted them to see, which is not really you, but you just your aesthetic on social media. Like, but people are just dumb.
People are just dumb. That's what the guy I told you about before, the last guy I was talking to.
Yeah,
he had a crush on me for more than a year, but he could not find the courage to
probably was just
slide into my DMs because he was scared. And I asked him, what was you scared of? And he said, you just look like someone who would leave me on red.
Oh, wow. Yo, bro got a point.
He got a point. I get it. I get it. Some women are like that. But guess what? He slid into my DMs and I reciprocated the same energy. Right. And he was surprised. Like, oh, actually, she's cool. Yeah, I'm cool. You don't got it.
No, but for real though, a lot of guys go through that, because they be scared. And they don't want to fuck up their image or reputation of being that guy that's sliding in somebody's DM and they just getting.
We went from men writing love letters to liking your IG story.
Jesus Christ.
Shooting your shot is not liking my IG story.
But they've normalized that.
I don't like that is not my type. You gotta show it.
If I like somebody IG stories because I fuck with what they post, it's just Instagram put it there for a reason. I use it. But you gotta just speak. Make your intentions clear.
Exactly. Don't be scared.
Let me ask you
if they don't appreciate it, go on to the next person.
Right. Let me ask you this. How do you feel about, would you rather somebody approach you in person or slide in your DMs?
In person. Definitely in person. Because it actually shows that you picked up the courage to Speak to me.
It's easier online than in person.
It's easier online than in person. Like, what happens when you slide into someone's DM and they don't reply? You can just delete the message, just pretend like
I
it never happened. I don't delete either, but some people, they just pretend like it never happened.
Right. And remember I said when I texted a female and she sent a screenshot? That was kind of the same thing. But that was my fault, though, because I spoke to her in person, right? And I said, hey, we got to speak. But I was kind of in a rush that day. So I said, we was about to leave work. I said, let's speak, right? I'm gonna hit you up. So went home, send a message, right? And then screenshot went around. So I kind of feel like that's my fault. I should have just asked for the number in person.
No, it was not your fault. It was
it's just like child. I don't know.
Because we're in when did this happen?
This was last year.
2024. Yeah. We're not in 2002. Like, it's normal for guys to...
I would expect, because when we spoke, it was like, oh, she like, yeah, laughed, you know.
She was cool.
Yeah. I'm thinking, oh, shit, cool.
Backstabbed.
And then I send the DM, like, oh, it's like that. And then
that's ugly person behavior.
And it's like, it's whatever.
Just screenshotting the conversation and sending it around. Like, that was between you and that person. I don't even send my friends screenshot between me and maybe a guy I'm talking to, because it has nothing to do. Like, if I got to tell you what he said, I'm going to tell you in a voice note.
But like screenshots and shit.
Yeah, it's just humiliating, right?
Yeah, right. And I feel like that's why guys are scared to like even want to speak to women.
That's completely justified, though.
Yeah. But closing part. You know what I'm saying? For the people that's watching this, it could be a young man, young woman, it could be an older person, it could be a whatever age, right? What's one piece of advice / information you have, motivation, you know, inspiration that you have for somebody that's watching this right now? What would you tell them to better themselves, to like help them become a better person in life? So, you know.
I got two advices. Can I give two?
Of course.
First one is live life to the fullest. And when I mean, this is so niche to say, but when I say live life to the fullest, I mean, do not get embarrassed. Do not think, like, one thing I always do, I like taking pictures. I like making dumps on Instagram and stuff like that. But as much as I love taking pictures, when I walk down the street, I'll be like, oh, but people are staring at me. I don't want to look. And then I think, like, I'm not going to see this person again in my like, I'm getting embarrassed because of the opinion of a stranger. That is the problem with our generation. So many people don't do what they want to do
because they're scared of what people think.
Exactly. Like, the other day I saw on Instagram this reel that said, when my friends are not around so I can listen to the music I actually like. That is insane. If you like rock music, you like heavy metal,
in front of your friends.
Play it. If they don't like it,
maybe you should find new friends.
Exactly. Get some friends who actually like the genre. Like, it does not matter. And then the second advice is, do not mishandle your blessings. And don't matter how lazy you are, how you procrastinate, how much you procrastinate, don't matter. If you got something good in your hands, you better put your entire focus on that. Because one thing that God taught me is, if he sends something my way and I'll take it for granted, you're going to snatch it back.
You're going to learn the hard way. Like,
yeah. And then you're going to work 2 times harder to get the same thing back. So do not mishandle your blessings and live life to the fullest. That's my 2 advices. And
to wrap this up, guys, one piece of advice I got for you. Fellas, do what's best to become a better version of yourself every day. If you got to go to the gym, if you got to read some books, if you're going to join a class or club, I'm not talking about club party. I'm talking about like a sports club or like book clubs, whatever it is you got to do to better your education, your knowledge. Information is key in life. Learn, read, connect with people, meet new people, explore, travel. You feel me? Just elevate your mindset. Do that, bro. And for my ladies, don't ever limit yourself. And don't put yourself in a box based on the society standards, you know? Always push to work hard and become a better woman. And don't fuck society standards. I'm going to say this for the ladies. There's a lot of standards that have been put out for women out there. Oh, this is what you got. This is how you got to look. This is how you got to dress.
That's what I was about to say.
This is what you got to say.
If you want to do this, you got to dress like this. You got to speak like this.
Oh, you're a woman. You can't do this job. You can't do that job. You can't. No.
You know how you're going to end up doing that? Becoming something you don't want to be. Like, exactly.
You're going to settle for less.
You're going to have a mask on your face for life. You're a human being. You're unique.
Chase your dreams.
Exactly.
Do what you
Be
gotta do.
yourself.
Do what you want. And yeah, that's my piece of advice. And with that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to today's episode. I don't know when this is dropping. I have like 3 episodes I have to edit. And this is making it 4. Yeah, I've been working on overtime. But this episode is gonna drop probably next month for sure. Whenever this drops, you're gonna see. I'm gonna send the link to you. With that being said, we will catch y'all. And we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Peace out.
Okay. That was so cool.
It wasn't that bad.